Hello viewers, another challenge. This one is made by one of the most interesting YouTubers, Michael Terret, owner of an amazing collection of well-known, not so well-known and totally obscure diecast models. I think some of those cars can be older than dinosaurs, and he has great talent to talk about his collection as well. My will to take on this challenge was strengthened by two other YouTubers. Let's see if you can find some hints watching this video to find who they are. First three cars will be Hot Wheels. First one is 1962 Ford Mustang concept. Looking at photos, it should be white or cream, but shape is surprisingly accurate. Looking at it, it's really hard to believe how Mustang evolved. At that time, Ford was looking for a car which could compete against British roadsters or Corvettes. So Roylan and Herbert Louis Misch designed this little car. It's lightweight, only 700 kilograms, mid-engine, powered by 109 bhp 2 liters V4, which by the way was designed by German branch of Ford. Two of those concept cars were made. First as fiberglass mock-up and second was fully functional cars. Sadly, seeing little interest, Ford decided to start work on Mustang 2 concepts. In total they made 13 of those Mustang 2 models. Finally, those evolved into proper Mustang, much more conventional, four-seater, based on Ford Falcon, which is as far from Mustang 1 concept as Ford Mustang Mach-E is from 1964 Ford Mustang. Another Mustang, this one definitely seen better days, it's Ford Mustang 2003 GT concept. Again, shape is close to original, but police livery is totally made up. Engine, it's proper Mustang 4.6 liter, 400 bhp V8. According to Ford, this concept is connected to Mustang 1 concept. They highlighted that both concept cars' rear suspension is based on highly modified rear suspension from Ford Thunderbird, and both are two-seaters. I'm not really buying this story, but I can't deny Mustang GT concept is pretty car, and it looks like proper Mustang. Here, our last Hot Wheels, it's 2012 Acura NSX concept, designed by Yun Goto and Toshinobu Munami. It's a hybrid car, 3 electric motors supporting 3.5 liters naturally aspirated, which means no turbo, mid-engine V6. Serial cars looks very similar to this concept, which in my opinion is very fortunate. Now I'm almost copy-pasting someone's choice. To make it lesser crime, this model is made by French company Noref. It's 1987 Nissan Mid-4 2, powered by 3-liter V6, twin-turbo V6, again mid-engine, and it featured something I experienced in my Nissan Skyline R33. HiCAS, high capacity actively controlled steering, which means in layman's term, rear wheels could turn up to half degree. Maybe this isn't much, but it improves handling and stability. And there is another French connection. I sold my Skyline to Frenchmen. Now we will stick to Lamborghinis and Leo models, which in previous decade were sold by white box as limited models. Now same models Unlimited in generic Lamborghini black boxes are being sold on AliExpress. Missing a random number from 1000 from 1 to 1000 on the base plate. None of those concept Lamborghinis made into serial, if you can use such term, production. And looking at some of them, I'm very happy about that. But we can start with one I would like to see in production. Lamborghini 4000 GT Flying Star 2, one of last cars designed by Carrozzeria Touring Superleggera. Chassis was shortened 400 GT. And I found it funny. If you shorten 400, it became 4000. The engine is proper Lamborghini. It's 4 liters V12, 320 bhp. It's rear-wheel drive. Only 1080 kilograms. And 6 Weber carburetors. This model, beside missing fog lamp, I will fix it soon. Scratches on the roof, really bad scratches on the roof, and cracked acrylic case has one fault. All those faults I mentioned before are due to not being screwed to the base, while this model was shipped from China. And the fault in design of this diecast model, headlamps behind this cover should be yellow. I don't know why, but it reminds me France. Lamborghini Aton Berton. For me it looks like Lotus Esprit made from Lego bricks, but it's not too bad. The engine 3 liter V8. As you can expect, this car was designed by Bertone, and name is reference to Egyptian god of the sun, which is a very clever idea if you are making Spider Roadster. I'm not sure if it would work, but who knows. And here there is another French connection. Leading designer in Berton and man who designed this was Marc Deschamps. You could believe or not, but Aton has distinctive movie career. Tron, Total Recall, and Robocop. Movie star. This nightmare is an example how terrible design can ruin good-looking commercial success car into forgotten concept. Sister regular Halpa was two-door Targa. The car was designed as cheaper alternative to Countach. Cheaper, we are talking about Lamborghinis. Car was powered by 3.5 liters V8 and 2 of those Halpa Spiders were built. One was driving, the other one wasn't even painted. And to give you some point of reference, Halpa Targa, they sold 420 of those. Blue car was presented as restored in 2001, but lack of parts and total liberty at replacing those with anything found around for sure didn't help to make it better looking supercar. Lamborghini P140, 1988. It was a replacement for Halpa. It was project of Marvelous Gandini. 3 prototypes were built. The white one is last of the 3. Sadly, it's not bad-looking car. Was a victim of crisis and Chrysler ownership. P140 was very close to production stage when Chrysler cancelled program. Engine in this car was 372 bhp, 4 liters V10. (1997) Lamborghini Acosta. Look at this car, if you must, and explain how someone could mess up so badly Lamborghini Diablo, especially how Gandini could do it. On a plaque in Lamborghini Museum, there is written, despite respecting the cost parameters of the project, whilst maintaining the roof, the door profile and windshield of the Diablo, this model is not at all appreciated. As a result, no prototype of this concept is built. And I think this quote says everything. But to end with something nicer, my last choice is 1971 Porsche 916 Coupe. It was potential rival to Ferrari 246 Dino. Car was designed on modified 214 chassis, but instead of targa roof, there was steel roof welded to the body. It stiffened car a lot. It also got much more powerful engine. Instead of 2-liter engine from 214, the first choice was 2.6 flat 6. But then they decided it's not enough. So they replaced it with 2.8 liters flat 6 from 911 RSR. And then they decided it's still not enough, so they modified it to gain more power. Finally, they reached 345 horsepower. And then they decided in later prototypes they will use smaller engines. But even with smaller of those used engines, flat 2.4, 916 could sprint from 0 to 100 km per hour under 7 seconds. But there was one flaw, and it wasn't mechanical. Price. Dino price at that time was $14,500. Most expensive of 911s, 911 S Targa, costed $10,000. Price for this little car would be $14,000. And this is what killed this concept's future. Those were my proposals for concept car challenge. I have regrets because I tarnished Lamborghini and great designer here, but we must learn from mistakes, so I'm planning to find and buy more of those Lamborghinis, which could be not as great looking as we expect from this brand, but anyway, I love those. I think their bad design fits my lack of skill in making YouTube videos. Thank you for watching and all the best for all of you.